Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? My name is Blitzwinger, and of course, welcome back to another WWE 2K14 Universe Mode episode. Of course, we're kicking things off with Raw as our opening contest of the night. We'll see the Shield, the team of consisting Roman Reigns tonight, and Seth Rollins, the Intercontinental Champion. Roman Reigns has to fill in for, of course, the man who's known as Dean Ambrose, who's not here tonight for some odd reason. He had some medical issues, so he was unable to perform, but the Shield still stepped up to the challenge from Tons of Funk, and they went ahead and accepted the challenge for our opening contest of the night. They were able to get the victory after Roman Reigns hits a massive spear on Brodus Clay. Our next matchup of the night, we'll see Antonio Cesaro and Damien Sandow go to war here tonight, but it was Damien Sandow beating Cesaro after Randy Orton would slide in while the referee was distracted with a low blow to Cesaro, and then Damien Sandow able to get the 1, the 2, the 3 over Antonio Cesaro. Next up after that, ladies and gents, I apologize about that message just up there. If you saw it appear, my apologies. Next up, we've got AJ Lee and Caitlyn in another rematch to finally settle who will be going off to Extreme Rules to, of course, face off against Lita, and AJ Lee is victorious once again. Our co-main event of the evening will see the Dudley Boys once again challenge the Wyatts, and once again they were slain, is that the correct pronunciation? I believe so. By the Wyatts. Again, of course, Bray Wyatt getting involved and able to assist just when Devon Dudley was about to get the W. It is Bray Wyatt who creates a distraction, creates enough time for Luke Harper to take advantage and score the victory tonight. Our main event of the evening will see CM Punk go to war with Ryback, as of course CM Punk just last week suffering a defeat against Batista. A lot of people after that match believe that Punk has lost, that Punk is not going to be able to defeat the Animal. A lot of people believing that Batista will be the one to take that belt away from Punk. Punk saying that ain't going to happen. That was nothing but a fluke, and he was not trying to make excuses for the fact that he lost, because that was fair and square, but at the same time, he is still the best in the world. However, that speech was then interrupted by the bully that is known as Ryback, the current Cruiserweight Champion, who walks out and says that, let me prove to you that you don't even belong in any position in this company, and I will knock you out tonight. Well, after that, Punk said, I will gladly see you in that ring later on tonight. Something that Ryback said no to because he was not actually interested in a match. He just was interested in talking, as he always is. But then our general manager, Brad Maddox, came out here and made the match official. So that is how we got to the point where we are right now, as CM Punk is opening up a can of you-know-what on Ryback. And look at this now, Punk with a couple of stomps there, trying to very quickly keep up the pace of the match, something that he did very well last week against, of course, Batista, but then ended up losing that competitive edge. And look at that! Beautiful maneuver there from the champ. The one, ooh, can't even get a 1 count out of the big man here. And look at this now, Punk going for a beautiful suplex. Nicely done. That was an incredible throw there from the WWE Champion. And look at this now, Ryback with a big forearm right to the face. Ryback, of course, the current Cruiserweight Champion, winning that belt by, well, very peculiar circumstances after bullying his way to a match with Rob Van Dam. Rob Van Dam then accepted the match, and of course, Ryback was able to defeat Van Dam after catching him midair at WrestleMania, delivering the Shell Shock, the 1, the 2, the 3, and since then, he's been very preoccupied, I would say, with Roman Reigns. But we'll see where that feud goes. But for now, Ryback can potentially cement himself as a main event player and potentially challenge for the WWE Championship by defeating the champ. I mean, that can always be nothing but beneficial to you. Getting a W over the champion is always a great thing, even if it's not a title match. But still, I think that a victory tonight will allow Ryback to start gaining more momentum on the roster. And look at this, Punk. Punk might be going for it already. Maybe not. Punk over the top rope again with that lariat. Brilliantly delivered there by CM Punk. who's now got Ryback in a ton of trouble. Ryback is in La La Land. Look at this. Oh, I love this maneuver right here. Very brilliant maneuver there from Punk. And now he's going up to the top. Air Punk with the elbow right to the heart. And look at this now. Ryback. Punk blocking the comeback there. Uh-oh. But Ryback with an elbow of his own. Very nicely done. Potentially dodging. Very dangerous position to the Anaconda Vice. Or maybe even, of course, something even deadlier like the the GTS from CM Punk. And look at this now. Ryback, though, with the spine buster. And this is, honestly, this is deja vu from last week. With Batista being able to... Oh my goodness, there it is. The meat hook clothesline from Ryback. My goodness, CM Punk is in big trouble here. Ladies and gentlemen, this might be 2 weeks in a row where CM Punk suffers defeats. Oh, look at this now. Punk trying to get some offense going. But unfortunately, for him, Ryback just overpowering, ragdolling him to the outside. And look at this now, the champion. The champion's going for something big here. He's going for something big. Oh, what a brilliant suplex from the WWE champion, CM Punk, who's now fired up. And look at this now, Punk. Punk's going to go over. Oh, my goodness, what a brilliant crossbody. I thought he was going to go for Air Punk, but instead he opts for, of course, a springboard crossbody. A lot of elevation behind that. And the WWE champion is now rolling. CM Punk's got Ryback in a lot of trouble. But now Ryback's got the champ in trouble. The big right hand from the monster that is Ryback. Of course, these two men have a long history. Had a hellacious Hell in a Cell match a few years back. Uh-oh. And Ryback is signaling for the end. He's saying that this is the time when Punk is gonna go down. CM Punk, uh-oh. The champion's in big trouble. Ryback's got him hooked up. Punk's got to reverse. He's got to look for a way out. Oh my goodness. This might be just the end. The cover, the one, the two. Oh, and CM Punk manages to kick out somehow. The kick from Punk. And look at this somehow. CM Punk. Oh, going for the GTS. But unfortunately for him, Ryback with another reversal. Brilliant execution there by Ryback. And now Punk is in trouble again. Ryback, though, going for some big. The cover from Punk. The one. The two. CM Punk fired up here. Oh, look at this now. Ryback with a belly-to-belly. Uh-oh. And he's setting up for another shell shock. He's saying that it's time to finish it again. Oh, my goodness. This has got to be it. CM Punk going to be suffering potentially 2 losses back-to-back. The champion's in trouble here. CM Punk, once again, seems to have been taken down by the kryptonite to him, and that is the far more larger athlete. I mean, that is exactly the kind of problem he's going to be facing come Extreme Rules in the form of Batista. My goodness, this was an absolutely ginormous shocker. CM Punk really kind of questioning his performance here tonight. He does not seem to be the old Punk. He's not quite as confident in himself. And there's the victor tonight. That is the face of not only the Cruiserweight Champion, but the man who was able to score the pinfall victory over CM Punk here tonight. This is definitely gonna throw a monkey wrench into the WWE Championship picture. Really, this is quite an interesting twist and turn here from CM Punk. My oh my. Very, very interesting episode of Raw there indeed. But now we move on to SmackDown, where our opening contest of the night will be a triple threat contest as Heath Slater and Jinder Mahal were unable to actually try to work together against Sin Cara, as Sin Cara gets himself the victory tonight, of course, in a very, very impressive, high-paced fashion. Darren Young and Titus O'Neil are going to be challenging the current WWE Tag Team Champions of the world, Eric Rowan and Luke Harper, who just at this point, with the assistance of Bray Wyatt, seem to be an absolutely unstoppable force in the tag team division. Of course, Daniel Bryan, who just recently acquired the services or got a lot of attention from Layla. Of course, Brie Bella has been very, very upset with Bryan over this whole thing. But tonight, Layla has indicated that she will join Bryan at ringside as he faces off against Sheamus. But it was the distraction from Layla. Layla was a distraction tonight for Bryan as she creates a distraction. Then Sheamus with the brogue kick out of nowhere, finally able to pin Daniel Bryan here tonight. And in our main event match of the... our co-main event match of the evening, I apologize about that. Antonio Cesaro defeats last week's victor against Randy Orton, The Big Show, as he now begins to roll towards a potential shot against Randy Orton. So this is obviously a very, very intriguing situation here. Antonio Cesaro, Big Show tonight. We're going one-on-one to see who will be facing off against Orton, and Cesaro scoring the victory in a very, very impressive matchup indeed. Our main event of the evening will see some tag team action as Goldust and Cody Rhodes team up to take on Dean Ambrose, a returning Dean Ambrose after his medical leave that he had on Monday Night Raw, and Seth Rollins. Of course, we've got the Shield here against the Rhodes. Should be a spectacular match. These guys, these four men always go out there and put on an absolute clinic. And I am certain that tonight we will be privy to some magic as these guys are going to go out there and potentially, of course, trying to still... There's still a team that is trying to position itself as the #1 contenders for the belts that the Wyatts currently hold. And look at this brilliant move right away from Dean. I mean, this guy's just an absolute master in that ring. For how little experience he has in terms of being in the WWE, he's got, of course, a lot of experience outside the WWE, but he's just brilliant. Like, look at that, right away going for the knees, buckling the knee, and potentially putting Goldust on the backpedaling position for the entire match here now. Oh, and look at this now. Oh, maybe I was wrong about that. The front face buster from Goldust. Now Goldust is going for some big here. Oh, never mind, gonna go for the tag here. Very clever. Maybe he isn't. Well, not that he's not clever. Maybe he isn't going for the tag there. Oh, beautiful cutter there from Dean. And now Dean Ambrose, look at this, very smartly here. Gonna send Seth Rollins into the corner of the Shield. The corner where I think many, many, many opponents have been over the past year, but many do not want to be, because these guys are absolutely brilliant tag team wrestlers. And look at this now. Beautiful maneuver there, and that exactly, moves like that exactly showcase what I'm just saying here about whether or not you love or hate these dudes. They are absolutely ridiculously talented and a challenge and a handful for anybody. You might not like the ways that they go about getting their business done, which I don't. I think it's honestly at times despicable, but you have to respect how much these guys have been able to accomplish. Beautiful swinging neckbreaker there from, of course, Seth Rollins, who now goes for the crossbody. Nicely done. That was a very, very dangerous proposition there. He could have definitely missed that, but he's got a lot of confidence in his high-flying abilities, as you can obviously tell. Well, honestly, at this point, I think we can all tell that most of the Shield has a lot of confidence in their moves. Speaking of confidence, if there's one confident performer in that ring now, it would probably be Goldust, the veteran in that ring. Look at this beautiful Northern Light suplex, the pin, the cover, the 2. Goldust kicks out. And now look at that hip toss from Goldust. He misses that. Oh, the drop kick. Seth Rollins misses it. And look at this. Here it comes. Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes off the hot tag. Look at that beautiful scoop slam. And now Cody, who has honestly improved tremendously over the last year or so, ever since he was accompanied by his brother and formed this tag team that is known as the Rhodes. They've been absolutely spectacular week in and week out, putting on classic, tremendous matchups and showing a lot of heart and connection and resonance with the audience. Look at this now. Cody starting to get a lot of momentum for his team here. The quick tag to his brother Goldust. And here we go. Tag Team Wrestling 101. Beautiful elbows. Double elbows. And look at this now. Goldust shifting his attention to Dean. Trying to get revenge on Dean Ambrose. And now look at this. Oh, Seth Rollins, just at the right time, was able to reverse his drop. And the swinging neck breaker. I really think that Goldust let his emotions get the best of him. That, of course, 2 weeks back, it was Dean Ambrose who got a hold of Goldust and nearly knocked out his tooth. Apparently it was very loose and he had to get some dental work done. But Goldust obviously trying to get a little bit of revenge with a big right hand delivered to the temple of Dean Ambrose. And look at this now. It looks like Cody is going to return the favor. Oh my goodness. And now it's Cody who's shifting his attention. But now look at this. Seth Rollins. Oh, and a reversal from Cody. Brilliant stuff there from Cody Rhodes. And now the running Bulldog. And the Shield is in big trouble. They are getting outclassed everywhere right now. Look at this now. Cody. Cody might be going for some big here. The reversal, though. The reversal from Seth Rollins. And look at this. Quickly. Just like a hyena tossing Cody into the corner for his partner to join into the offense here. Look at this. Here comes Dean with a beautiful boot right to the temple and the quick cover after that. One. Gets himself a 1 count, but still very, very traditional and classic tag team wrestling from these two. I honestly find the dynamic between Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins to be very, very interesting to watch. Of course, Roman Reigns just recently became Intercontinental Champion, after which the Shield did not break up apart, but instead Dean Ambrose stepped up and said, you know what, I'm going to fill in on the tag team side. Spinning neckbreaker from Dean Ambrose there. And he said that I would fill in on that side. You can go ahead and be the singles star for now. Brilliant, brilliant commitment here to tag team from all these guys. And look at this now, Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose is calling for the end. Dean Ambrose says that this is the end. Oh my God. Plants him right down the cover, forearm across the face. The 1, the 2, and it is Goldust who saves the matchup for the Rhodes. And now the beautiful power slam from Cody. Cody Rhodes with a lot of momentum. The kick to the lower back. My oh my, look at this now. The rights now. And now it's Cody Rhodes who's got a ton of momentum. Rolling, boom, the big back body drop. Dean Ambrose is in big trouble here. And look at this, very smartly just slides out of the ring is Dean Ambrose. Uh-oh, but I think he realized that Goldust is out there, so he slides right back in. And now look at this, Seth Rollins playing this brilliantly, wasting time. Dean Ambrose absolutely satisfied with winning via countout, but look at this now. After Seth Rollins gains control of the situation, tosses him right back into the ring, and it is the cover by Dean, the forearm across the face, the 1, the 2, the kick out from Cody Rhodes. The quick punch there. And look at this now. It's Rhodes. Rhodes going for some big here, maybe. Oh, brilliant back suplex from the younger Cody Rhodes here. Oh, and look at this now. It's Dean Ambrose so quickly realizing that he can get a free shot here. The referee not paying attention. This is absolutely ridiculous that they can get away with this kind of stuff. And it's all because of the Authority, of course. These guys are basically the hired guns of the Authority. And whoever the Authority doesn't like the Rhodes brothers, gets to suffer. Spinning neckbreaker from Dean Ambrose there. And now Dean's heading to the top rope. You don't see Dean very often at the top. It is usually Seth who's up there. And now the quick tag to Seth Rollins, who's just going to go for the cover, it seems like. The 1, the 2, the quick kick out there from Cody Rhodes. And now look at this. Seth Rollins trying to speed up the pace of this match. Uh-oh. Look at this. I don't think Cody realized that Seth was right behind him. This is brilliant right here by Seth. Oh my God, right through our table. Right through the table goes Cody Rhodes. And now look at this, Seth Rollins dives right in after him. And unfortunately, the miscalculation on his part there might just cost them the match. Look at this now. Seth Rollins back in the ring. Oh my goodness, what an absolute war between these two teams. A few weeks back, we saw the Rhodes defeat the Shield. Will the Shield be able to reverse the conclusion here? Look at this now. Brilliant maneuver there from Seth Rollins out of nowhere. The 1, the 2, the 3. Dean Ambrose returning the favor to Goldust. And the Shield is victorious tonight. My oh my. The Shield definitely making a strong case. Well, except for the fact that they were defying Authority. As I said, they will go to whatever length it takes to win. But making a strong case for potential #1 contendership at those WWE Tag Team titles. So that would be a very, very interesting proposition indeed. I mean, imagine seeing the Shield versus the Wyatts. My oh my, would that be a hellacious war. But nonetheless, it was that brilliant maneuver. I don't even know what they call that maneuver. Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose are very unapproachable. I've tried to contact them before and try to get some word from them in terms of what do they call those absolutely hellacious finishing maneuvers of theirs, but I've just been told to, you know, blow off. Let's put it that nicely. But there's Cody Rhodes, unfortunately, who put up a hellacious fight. At one point, I really thought that he was going to turn that fight around, but look at that. It is the Shield tonight who are victorious with another W. So there you have it, guys. Of course, this concludes another episode of WWE Universe Mode. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure to smash that like button, share the videos with your family and friends, and tune in next week as we head off ever so closer towards Extreme rules. Alrighty guys, have a fantastic day and I'll catch you guys next Friday. Peace out, see you later, alligators.